Hey, welcome back to another co-casting, and as always, a big thanks to my friend Sleepy Gary for letting me borrow his profile on Company of Heroes. It helps keeps my name private, and it lets me, wander around in these matches and, have some fun. My buddy is going to be DJ. He's a friend of mine. He plays 2v2s with me on and off, just whenever I get a chance. I've been sticking to 1v1s to get better at my micro. I'm going to be playing the USF. For my commander, I'm going to go infantry company. And the reason is we get mines, which is doctrinal, which kind of sucks as USF, but you need mines. Mines win games. You're going to get mines, mortar half track, 30 cal rifles, the M19 A6. It's the 30 cal. Time on target artillery barrage and the M7 priests. So we'll see if we need it or not.
Rifle squad ready.
And it's going to be a slow start. I'm going to mess up, just getting back into co. I'm going to go back and get that decap. And, sorry, I explained in the other video, but if anybody's wondering where I've been, just been taking a break from co. I wanted a break. I needed to focus on my life. I'm currently about to start medical college. So I have the option to stay retired, but I want to try to help people. But, enough sob story. Our opponents are going to be Palestinian or Chinese acting Palestinian. We couldn't really tell. There's China and Palestine all over the profile. Now, why does that concern you? They're going to get pretty racy. Personally, I don't care about racial jokes. Make a funny racial joke. Who cares? Everybody gets made fun of. Black, white, Mexican, Chinese. Go for it. Ching the chong, buddy. But if you start believing your bullshit and you're like trying to act like you're superior to my race, I'm gonna make fun of you. But I won't make fun of them until it happens because somebody's gonna accuse me. You're being toxic. But let's get to the engagement. Stern Pioneer shows its hand. I'm going to go ahead and back away. Link up with the rifles. Have 10 rifles burr together. We're going to focus the Stern Pioneers. We're going to win this engagement no matter what. Boom. He's going to instantly retreat. So my opponent is not dumb. He knows what he's doing. These guys are good co-opponents. These riflemen came back to ensure the engagement's won. Engineer's going to go back to the recap. I'm going to focus and push the Kubel wagon. I know he doesn't have a mine down. We just started the game. Excuse me. And the Storm Pioneers have been pushed off. I know for a fact he's going to have 2 Volksgrenadiers to my riflemen, right? So this is the thing about Axis. You can get more units as an OKW than riflemen. Riflemen 280, Volksgrenadiers 260. It gets pretty fucking annoying. And that's fine. Nothing negative to say about these guys until they act a fool, and then we'll get into ripping them. So if we look at the map, right, his units are going to win long range, negative cover. I'm going to back away. My buddy DJ goes, hey, I'm going to press this, get a medium cover, and bring the riflemen back. We have a good amount of firepower, 8 rifles. I dropped a model. So 8 riflemen are going to focus these Volksgrenadiers, win the engagement. We're going to focus the Stern Pioneers next. Motherfucking America, yeah! Because medium cover, he's going to kind of survive that. Now, we're going to focus this Kubel wagon. For some reason, his Volksgrenadiers are shooting in the building. Alright, 2 windows on my rifleman's not really bothering me. I'm going to pull back, rifleman too low. MG's getting into the house. I'm going to focus the decap, if possible. Here's my reserve rifleman coming up. I can't do that now. At the same time, my engineers were back capping the back line. So. And we're going to keep the pressure up. MG can't touch me. Window is not able to rotate. Sorry, I don't know why it's not following my camera. There we go. MG can't touch me. And my buddy's healing up at base. He's getting his medics teched. And everything's calmed down right now. Let's just, my bad, brain thought. MG's gonna hold mid, nothing I can do. At the same time, maintaining muni control. Muni control wins games, mines win games. And we're gonna come out on top. Okay, here's the cheesy 2-2-1. Now, the 2-2-1 is very lethal to riflemen until you get snares. What sucks about the USF riflemen, you don't get snares until you tech up to, in your base, which I'm gonna go captain, I believe. So I gotta go captain. Or what do I do, lieutenant? No, a captain, and I gotta get a command post. Oh, I'm sorry, lieutenant, and then a command post to get snares. That's 4 to 5 minutes in the game. The OKW player might have snares by now at 3 minutes. That's a long time. So, there's the glorious MG42 for this 1200 rounds per minute. Infinite ammo, because Axis never ran out of ammo. In World War II, pinning my troops down, or my buddy's troops down. Rifleman Blob is going to go ahead and go. I couldn't get an ambo out. I had to get more infantry presence on the field. And we're going to go ahead and push. OKW's got the 2-2-1, or 2-2-3, excuse me. And I need this many riflemen to push back the 223. There's the Volks Grenadiers. I'm going to win this engagement no matter what because I have 15 rifles to his 5. Why are we chasing? Riflemen do more damage in close range. Immediately text Zook with the lieutenant so we can have a better chance against the 223. And it tells him, keep off my fucking ass because I'm going to light you up. Riflemen are going to go ahead and put a mine down. We're going to go ahead and try to get those mines as fast as possible because we are floating munitions at 96. I can't tech them up into 30 cals until command point 3. And if you're wondering, hey, why no sandbags? No point. I'm constantly going to get pushed is what I'm feeling like at this point. And this map is 2v2s are very fast. You know, if I take the time to put a sandbag down, I'm not going to get as much control as I want. There's the Kubel wagon. I'm going to go ahead and swat it. MG in the house. Okay, they're focusing their cutoff. And they're playing defensive right now. And riflemen are going to stick together and get the cap. I'm going to back away. I can no longer press until I tech smoke grenades or get the mortar half-track out like I'm hoping for. And that's what I want. I want a mortar half-track out. I don't want to go Stort. The reason is if he puts a Teller mine down from the Wehrmacht, Teller mines instantly kill allied light vehicles. So my buddy informs me, hey, there's a huge push on my side. I said, okay, I'm coming with all my infantry. I'm rotating. Riflemen are putting mines down on the road like they should be. Lieutenant is going to focus that 2-2-3.
Heads up. Mechanized mortar carrier is
I'm going to pop these engineers in the house so they don't take any extra damage. And they have 2 windows to shoot, so not a big deal. Lieutenant's losing. I realize I'm not going to win. And I think the enemy popped. Close the pocket. Stormtroopers. Not close the pocket. Targray stormtroopers. And what is he trying to do? He's trying to wipe us. That's what he's doing. Okay, cool. Now, USF doesn't get the ability to deploy infantry from a house, and the Soviet deployable infantry is typically not that good, but these guys will wipe you and cover points and retreat when they get their MP40s. And they get those MP40s for free. Yeah, you like that? Fucking free. I try to throw a nade, fails. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So, battlefield's all over the place. We can win this still. We have a chance. I'm going to go ahead and snare that. And then I'm going to retreat. I don't want to chase me on retreat. So that's why we snared it. Riflemen are going to bug out. Can't win this engagement no matter what. And we're about to be command point 3. Oh, excuse me. I might get the scout car. It's very low and I have snares. I haven't watched this replay in a few days. Sorry, he popped defensive smoke from a scout car. Oh, I do go Stort. My bad, I have not watched this replay in a few days. So I have no idea what I'm doing right now. And 1v1s, I never go Stort. I absolutely hate the vehicle. Okay, so we're going to focus the scout car together. It's going to get away, sadly. That was with 2 vehicles. Okay, I remember now. We were laughing about it. We're going, how the fuck does it get away with 2 light vehicles trying to focus the fucking thing? Okay, we're backing out. We can't win. Emergency repair crews on my Stort. And I'm going to finally get the ammo out to get the medics going. I need to reduce the manpower cost bleed. Mortar half-track's going to be coming out pretty soon because I can't push this MG. We're 8 minutes in. I realize that the Axis is going to have armor pretty soon. They're going to either get an Ostwind or a Panzer IV very, very soon. And if we remove the fog of war and check their base real quick. There we go. Check their base real quick. And see what's up. We're assuming at 8 minutes or so they're going to have tanks, so that's what we're panicking about. That's what I'm panicking about. Most Axis rush Panzer IV. Sturts back out into the field. Mortar half-track's here. Why did I get a mortar half-track? I want it for the MG. There's a lot of static positions. Other than that, the American mortar half-track is pretty garbage. It doesn't do enough. So here's the snare, no big deal. Allied tanks can constantly repair. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them out in a second. There. And I feel why I'm doing it right here because I know for a fact he can't press me. So, map control's balanced out again. We're pretty much even Steven minus the VP in the middle. And here comes the rifleman. We're healed up, ready to go, feel confident, and we're eventually going to go ahead and get those 30 cals. But right now we're keeping it very vanilla. Mortar crew is barraging where I thought the MG was. He scooted it back again. Bunkers are going down. AT is going to pop pretty soon. I am teching captain. I always try to rush those AT guns as soon as I get the fuel. And we're going to go ahead and back away. Can't really press, and here comes the push. We need to stay in medium cover to win these engagements. Mortar half-track's going to shift priorities and focus on the infantry. And I'm going to follow that camera again. And Stuart's going to go ahead and poke in these engagements. I'm going to go ahead and poke, shoot, focus random squads. Back away again. So I'm going to dip, potato chip. I'm going to go in, I'm going to bob out. Constantly bobbing and weaving. So what did my opponent do, or on DJ's side? He made a bunker to try to funnel us and keep the pressure going, which is smart. And it's delaying. It's delaying. No big deal. Stuart's coming back in. Here comes the glorious access push. I'm going to go ahead and back away. No need to take unnecessary damage. And at the same time, I can hit him at range. He can't touch me. I can hit him. My buddy's going to go ahead and barrage. It's a bit of a miss. No big deal. It's not his fault. He thought the blob was going to stay. Here comes the AT gun. I'm going to go ahead and back away again. AT's going to hit my, or attempt to hit my mortar half track. There's the nade from me. Ooh, big nade. Get the wipe. Chimichanga. Oh, man. Okay, so my opponent's panicking. I'm going to go ahead and push because there's no AT covering anymore. And boom, we get the kill on the 223. It's gone. I'm going to shift focus to the AT gun. He's going to go ahead and hit the retreat button because the AT's blobbed together. Models can take damage. And there is their AT support gone. I said, okay, let's go ahead and make a push. This is what I'm thinking. Riflemen are going to go ahead and scout. I get suppressed, that's my bad. We're going to focus... Oh, sorry, I'm spotting to kill the AT bunker is what the plan was. I'm going to go ahead and move the Stuart in. Not too far in, don't want to hit mines. So that was my plan. I'm going to go ahead and spot for the AT gun. I'm going to let the rifleman get pinned while we kill this bunker. Now, boom, 150 manpower, 60 munitions off the field, and the flank is open. At the same time, I'm smoking with the mortar half-track. Okay, looking good. I'm going to move a little bit deeper in now. I'm feeling confident. There's the Raketenwerfer. I'm going to go ahead and back out. Made eye contact with it, so I don't want that smoke. And for some reason, the White Foss didn't do the damage it was supposed to. So that is why the American mortar can suck at times. I put White Foss on that. That's a closed house. It did barely any damage. We're going to launch it again. White Foss creates smoke. And I really don't want that MG hitting us anymore. Okay, now let's take a look at what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and hit the pause button. I have an AT gun now, 12 minutes. Excuse me. 12 minutes out. I gotta stop with this follow camera. It's killing me. But I need it so people can see my movements because people were asking about it. So we're taking a look at the base. We're definitely thinking tanks, right? Because 12 minutes has been out. We didn't realize how much we were hurting them on the bleed. Map control. We're doing pretty good. My opponent has taken his 223 and he's backed it away. He's fuel caching. Okay, so he made an additional 223 and he's trying to fuel cache it up. Same time, my buddies with the conscripts were trying to get that VP blockage going so we can stop the bleed because they have a little bit of an advantage over us. All right, so we're doing pretty good right now. Let's get back to it. And Storm Pioneers are going for the cap. Here comes his mini push. He's okay. So he has teched up. My bad. I'm all over the place. I'm looking in their base. There's the Schwerpanzer headquarters. I apologize. So he has teched up to tier 4. Okay, what does that tell me? Obers, nasty, scary. Be careful. Kubelwagen still spotting in the background. Obers can beat riflemen pretty much at all ranges. So you have to be very careful. Riflemen can win at close range if they have double bars. That cost 120 munitions. The Obers, 80 munitions, and they can easily fight off riflemen at range and bleed them by the time they get there. So doesn't matter how expensive they are. Obers are really powerful infantry. Okay, follow camera. Stuart's going to go ahead and drive around town. Mortar half-track's cranking out mid. Captain's going to hold. We're buying time for the VP. We don't want him to take it just yet while the mortar is hitting static infantry. I lost the captain. My fault. I looked away for 2 seconds. Or, sorry, I didn't hit the retreat button like I was supposed to. So that's why I lost the captain. It doesn't show it, but when I'm looking directly at the captain, I'm clicking units and moving them out of base without turning my camera away from the fight. That's a good tip right there. So we're going to go ahead and barrage and attack it with a combined effort of the Zis and the Stuart. We're still keeping that pressure going. My buddy has pumped out a 120mm mortar, which is really good mortar. It can wipe squads instantly if you get lucky. So we're go ahead and get that push going. Getting the 30 cals on the engineers. The engineers are not an amazing combat unit, but with the 30 cal, they can become a little bit more effective. I'm blobbing up to retake my fuel because they have storm pioneers, and I'm going to need that blob to win the engagement. At the same time, I am moving in my 50 cal. I believe I'm going to put it on mid. I'll rotate it to the right VP later on. And with a combined effort, we're focusing the Storm Pioneers. We want to take them off the field. Boom, we get the wipe. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up that Shrek, I believe. Yep. Boom. So now my Lieutenant has a bazooka and a Panzer Shrek. They are AT killing machines, baby. Yeah. So Maxim's going to go ahead and crank out for my buddy DJ. He's doing a good job. And Stuart Crew's repaired. I'm slowing down. We're getting a bit exhausted. It's 14 minutes of intense micro right now. And we've been playing a couple matches together, so we're kind of burnt out at this point. Here comes the Kubel wagon. I am tired of its spotting bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and focus that BS down. No more Kubel wagon for you, Hans. Yeah. I'm tired of its bullshit. And it gets away. I wanted it badly. I wanted it badly. I couldn't get it, sadly. I'm a bit frustrated. How the fuck does a Kubel wagon survive a light tank shot? I don't know. Axis bias. There's some bias in this game. A Kubel wagon can survive a AT gunshot. In the real world, that Kubel wagon would have been ripped in half and the crew ejected, if they're lucky. If they're unlucky, they just fucking disintegrated. But you gotta love the Kubel wagon, folks. So our map control's on point. We're doing great. We have their fuel, VP control, and the only thing in mid is stopping us is a constant blob of support weapons from the Axis players. I'm like, okay, we're doing really good. I'm going to get more mines in the background that you're not going to be able to see. Yeah, but if you look down at my Muni, I'm constantly using them to upgrade my rifleman and pay for bars. We're going to finally get the scout car. I'm going to go ahead and push it. Boom, no more scout car. So, no, what does that mean? Veteran C2 scout car has some of the furthest sight in the game. It can spot, it can spot from, let's say, here all the way to there, right? It has insane vision range. So we took away their vision. They're going to be blind as a bat now. They're back to us. So we just took away their vision. That's a big win for us. No more scout car harassing our units. Double AT from me. I'm terrified about tanks or a Panther at this point, or even a Tiger. I'm thinking, holy crap, they got a Panther coming. Now my opponent, he went Yag, so the AT guns, you can say it's a bit of a waste, but I was very nervous. Very, very nervous for a Panther rush. And here comes the Yag. Yag is a very good tank. At Veteran C1, you can make it invisible and walk up to tanks and attack them. Here comes the Obers to put pressure on my infantry. We didn't realize that we were winning, more than we were thinking. We thought it was an even-Steven split. Their units can easily push us off one by one. Here comes the very low Panzer Grenadiers. We're hoping to get the wipe on them on retreat. Unfortunately, it's going to get away. My buddy wisely has put some mines down on the flank. I'm putting white phosphorus on the MG. I'm going to go ahead and burn that sucker and at the same time creating smoke.
We're losing a capture point.
My bad, I think it was tracking my buddy DJ's camera.
Gun batteries report barrage strikes.
So here comes my Sturt, the brave little Sturt that could. I'm going to go ahead and focus the Obers. There's the Yag. I got to back out. There's the AT gun in unison. I got to run for my fucking life. And put the halt fire. We're good to go. Sturt crew survives. They get to go home for Christmas. And we're Gucci. At the same time, engineers are 30 cal'd up. They can focus the fight. Riflemen are still healing. I'm being a little bit stagnant. I didn't use my Major. Majors in 2v2s aren't really good. I personally think Majors in 1v1s are good because you can use them for decap potential. Excuse me. And they can sprint at Veteran C3. Alright, so we're doing good. We're holding. Everything's balancing out. We're getting the VP control. Here comes the mortar half-track. Now, what am I doing with that mortar half-track? I believe I said, fuck that fuel cache. I'm going to go ahead and put timed artillery barrage on it. Now, let's see if that's correct. Yep, timed artillery on the fuel cache. Let's eliminate the fuel cache, take away 250 manpower, and stop those Axis tanks from wrecking our lives. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I am rushing to Scott. I don't need anti-tank. I've got 2 AT guns. I want the Scott out to put pressure on Axis infantry. Scots are good if you use them correctly. Now, people say Scots are OP. I disagree. The broom bar can do way more than a Scot. The Scot's only good at range, and if you're smart, you'll just walk away from it. But a lot of people don't know how to dodge. So, I'm going to go over here. I hit a mine. Storm Pioneers are putting mines down. I'm taking back the VP. We want to bleed them out because, look, we're still negative on VP points. Here comes the Stuka. I'm sorry. No, rockets. Rockets. From the Wehrmacht player. Double rockets. They are going to get double Stuka, double rockets, if I remember correctly. They're very much so back-teching. Here comes the second rocket barrage. And we were kind of like, that's a little bit fishy. You know, they didn't have any vision. Why would they shoot right here? Were they just assuming something? We go, okay, that's a little bit weird. SU-85 from my buddy. He's got the AT, additional AT covered with my 2 AT guns in unison. Major's going to be on the field. Put them in heavy cover. Get that veterancy going. There's the machine gun. Mortar half-track's going to come right back out. As soon as it's done getting its repairs. Oh, yep, there it is. AT guns are back at base. I don't want to bring them back in. They have defense. Sorry, I am going to bring them back in to get that health restored. I was debating whether keeping them out or healing them up. I said, my buddy DJ's got a SU-85. We're good on anti-tank. There's the P-Grins trying to get his nade off the field. Here comes my rifleman, 30 cal. We're going to go ahead and burr him down. Drop a model. Very good. That means I win the engagement for sure. Conscripts are coming back. He's spotting. Starts in the crew. My buddy warns me about that, I believe. And we're going to win that engagement. Boom. Engagement 1. Opponent off the field. And map control is sealed for the deal. We are doing great on map control right now. Double muni. And almost double fuel. There's my Stort Veterancy 3. I realize that it's probably dead at this point. Yep. There's nothing I can do. Veterancy 3 Stort served me well. And the evil cries for the American light tank. So, the glorious Axis pack guns were set up behind the heavy cover with the Jag Panzer in reserve. That's why Jag is a really good tank. It misses a lot, but when it fucking hits, it hits. Here comes the Scot. I'm pissed off about that Stort. I want my revenge. And at the same time, I'm barraging a static AT gun. Here comes the Axis light artillery rockets. Yeah. Kind of like light artillery. It's Panzerwerfer firing on me. At the same time, I'm healing up. So this Panzerwerfers mean that I could get wiped at any time. I've got to be very, very careful. Mortar half-track's going to heal. My buddy wants me to keep firing, so he's going to bring the engineers to it, so I can keep popping tubes down the shell. AT guns are in danger. I'm going to roll them out. Scots in support. And we're hopefully going to bleed a model. Light damage. And people tell me the Scots OP, right? But look at that damage. Nothing. Oh, look, a little bit more damage. Oh, okay. If it was a broom bar, he would have ran away. So, don't let people convince you the Scott's broken. It's really not. AT gun lost, but we're still A-okay. I'm getting to the Jackson pretty soon. We're going to have more mobile AT because his rockets can destroy our static support weapons.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Okay, so I notice, what are they doing? He's taking a little bit of a peek at my munis. He's trying to get the double munis off of us. And these guys are going to switch it up a couple times. They're going to rotate sides. They're going to flip the script. We got to be very careful. Here comes the rockets from my opponent. Half-track's coming back out. I'm barraging his MG with the Scot. Boom! That's why you love and got to appreciate the Scot. If his units are clumped together, it's gone. I'm moving the rifleman, and we got it. I'm moving the rifleman, and we got to take this MG. We need this MG. This MG's free shit. I'm moving the lieutenant in for his rockets. I redirect the rifleman because I thought I could snare his rocket vehicle, get the kill. I can't. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that machine gun. MG42. Oh my goodness. Now we can suppress units if they fucking breathe wrong. That MG suppresses the shit out of everything. So what are we doing? Bringing the AT guns back in for support, moving the Scot right back up. And we are doing really good in these engagements right now. There's my lovely Scot. I'm going to go ahead and barrage. I'm on the using the 25% cooldown on my Scot's ability. I love this very so much. It can help you win these engagements easily. Boom! A decent hit from the Scot. Not too bad. Lieutenant's holding the cap. We're denying them the ability to advance. And let's get this follow camera off. And at the same time, my buddy's going to go ahead and take the fuel. They booby-trapped it, so... Ooh, very big hit from the booby-trap for 40 munis, but it's fine. No big deal. I lose AT gun, unfortunately, but no big deal. I can always recruit. It's next to the base. And we're holding. Scott's going to go ahead and crank out those shots. Oh, look at that. Low damage roll from the Scott. No big deal. I might lose this other AT gun. Yeah, it's going to get decrewed, but it's fine. We can always recruit. It's right next to the base. He can't steal. And Scott's doing a little bit of damage here. Alright, I'm going to shift focus on those engineers in a second. Go ahead and throw a nade. Try to block that cap. Boop. Lovely nade. He's like, run, Friedrich, we cannot hold this point. So riflemen are going to take over the cap. Jagdpanzer is not an anti-infantry tank. It's going to just sit there kind of statically. I'm going to go ahead and spot. I tell my buddy DJ, hey, I see the tank. And he's going to go ahead and move his Su-85 in. If I got that right, it's been a couple days since I casted this. Su-85 is going to go through the wall. I was trying to get a snare. There's the AT gun in unison. I inform him I'm going to launch a nade on it. There's the nade. I'm most likely going to get the white. Boom! No more AT gun for you. Nobody loves you. Later. So, I'm backing out. We realize we're not going to win. I wanted to kill this AT gun, but they're going to recruit no matter what. Here comes my buddy's Katusha strike. We're putting pressure, denying the recruitability on the AT gun. Riflemen are going to hold. Yep, I'm going to retreat them. There it is. There's the MG42. Can't really use it anymore, unfortunately. Rockets did a number on it. So, we're holding. Nice and easy. Scott's Veteran C1 now. What does Veteran C1 mean? Defensive smoke. That's literally all it gets. Defensive smoke. Woo! But it's better than nothing, folks. So, big hit from the Scott. Finally. Here comes the rockets. Incoming, incoming, incoming. So, what are the Axis doing right now? They got their double rockets. They got their broom bar. Raves is lacking right now. My opponent on my side's got the Stuka ready to go. He's pushing out. But we're doing good. We're holding. We're holding nicely. There we go. Get this fall camera off. At the same time, always check your background. What am I doing? I'm regaining control of the VP. Here's the broom bar. Now, this is... 2v2s have become very cheesy. It's about who can abuse harder than who at this point. Why can this broom bar sit here? There is an invisible fucking wall that prevents us from hitting this broom bar. That is the cheesiest shit you can do. That is pure cheese. You can say it's tactical, it's not. In real life, I could sink shots through this destroyed barn. But there's nothing we can do. So we're going to focus on decap and dodging as much as we can. So this is 2v2s have become very cheesy. I've seen the most cheesiest shit. Yesterday we fought a guy who barbed wire off the map, put MG42s everywhere, and had 3 Stuggies that my infantry couldn't handle. And we ended up losing that. That was terrible. But yeah, it's some pretty cheesy shit. Look, see, I'm using attack gun on the AT gun. No damage. No damage whatsoever. Look at that. See? Nothing. We can't do anything about it. It's just constantly hitting this invisible fucking wall. So, we can't press, we can't attack them. I see the rocket vehicle. I was hoping to get it. I realize broom bar will wreck my shit. I'm going to back off. Yeah, see? Now I got the Jackson in on it too. Oh no, Su-85. Jackson will eventually join the party. We can't touch him. There's nothing we can do against this tank. Invisible walls. You gotta love it. But my Scott can still kick ass, though. Boop. Just doing really good damage. There's my mine coming in clutch. We stopped a little bit of a mini push, and Major's going to be on standby. We're eventually going to clean that up. I'm going to be static with some of my units, because I'm kind of microing my tanks right now. At the same time, you're going to have to blob the blob, right? So there's nothing I can do until I can get my blob going. Okay, my friend's going to go, hey, I'm going to get the decap. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to dodge the broom bar shots. So every time we take a hit, we move, rotate, and repeat. There's the engineers, wiped by the way. So good wipe on my part. Vet 3 engineers down, let's confirm it. Boom, no more Vet 3 engineers, no more increased repair speed, and his vehicles can't be repaired. But he can always rebuild them. Double rockets from the enemy. Su-85 is doing its thing. It's going to go ahead and engage. Here comes the double rockets. Now, I think we're going to make a push on them pretty soon. Here comes the counter rockets from my buddy. Here's the heat shells. So that tells us he has heat shells, and he went Storm Tiger. My bad, and the 223 also tells us that. Okay, 50 cals covering the VP. We want to hold those VPs, stop the bleed. It's pretty much dead even on VPs right now. We have a slight lead. Excuse me, Broombar's going to hold mid. We can't touch them until we make an aggressive push, but they have plenty of AT in reserve. And he's so still attacking ground that he doesn't stop it. I don't understand what he's doing at this point. He's moving his P-grins, but he's potentially barraging himself. So, I mean, there's that. We're pretty static right now. The reason why I did not run up the Jackson, the rocket artillery, we don't know if he has teller mines or not. We have to be very careful. I don't want to lose my engineers. They're veteran C2. And veteran C3, they become 5-man units. And they're very good at 5-man. Plus, you know, the 70 Muni 30 cal light machine gun. And, you know, everything's kind of static right now. We're 29 minutes into this cast. Again, fatigue's kicking in, man. You know, your brain's on overdrive trying to win this engagement. Now, my opponents haven't said anything rude yet, but we're going to get to it. Eventually, they're going to get pissed off. Boom! And it's a good little hold'em right now. Riflemen are on the flank. I'm going to go ahead and put a mine down, possibly. I've been doing that a lot. And I realize, hey, I need more blob. We have to blob the blob. That's how it works in this game. So riflemen are going to stay in base until we can have 3 units to push together to make a push. That's how 2v2s are currently working. Boom! I found the flank. I'm going to go ahead and snare one of those rocket vehicles. This is a very big push. One rocket vehicle is going to get snared. Here it is. Boom! That's a huge win right there. Jackson's getting fucking horny. We're going to go ahead and push that in. So, I will sacrifice a Jackson for a rocket vehicle any day of the week. Because that eliminates his artillery, it ruins his day, but I realize, hey, I'm not going to be able to win this fight. We're going to try to roll out of here. I really wanted this win. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the Jackson. So, no big deal. I can always remake it. I informed my buddy, hey, I fucked up, I got greedy, I lost the Jackie. And I'm going to go ahead and remake it as soon as I get the manpower. We're not hurting on AT. We're still good. So, a hiccup on my part. But I'm like, hey, we still have VP control. We still have AT guns. We're still good to go. And my friend's going to make up for my loss. And I appreciate that. Alright, so mortar half-track's getting into it. Veteran C2. Let's check those veteran C stats. I thought his AT guns were still there, that's why I'm barraging. So what do we get? Increased rate of fire. So that's very good. Rate of fire increase. Putting what I thought were the AT guns over here, hitting them with the timed artillery barrage. Here comes the Raketenwerfer. Attacking move. Waiting for me to fire, then he's going to launch a shell. I think I'm going to throw a nade on that. Yep, there's the nade. Drops 2 models, very good deal. And we're going to hit those over Soldaten right now. Over Soldaten, very good. Infantry killing machines. 28 kills on this guy. Oh, get a good hit. 2 models drop. That's a very expensive model. Bleed, excuse me. Dodges nade. Almost got it. Almost got it. And what do I hear in the background? That is a King Tiger on the battlefield. Here comes the rockets. What does he want? He wants the machine gun dead, and he possibly wants the AT gun. Definitely the MG, though. Why are rockets deadly? Because they kill Axis light vehicles very easily. So, for... what was it called? He did a low-angle barrage for 30 munitions. He killed a MG and a mortar half-track. And he almost got the Scott for 30 munitions. Because those rockets are coming in at a low angle. So we gotta be careful right now. I gotta be careful. I fucked up. Jackson's remade, though. We're back in it to win it. Fuel is going up, 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 up. I'm gonna eventually get a double Jackson strat going. And we need Jacksons for the mobile AT. Because the static ATs are gonna keep getting rocketed. Here comes the KT push. Okay, and nope, he's gonna back off. Nah, it's a bit fishy on that part. Why would he back off? No, no vision or anything. You could say, oh, he's waiting for his grenadiers to push up to the front. That's perfectly fine too. But it's almost like, hey, why would you back off, huh? You didn't have vision on this AT. Ah, here it is. Let's go ahead and pause that, folks, real quick. This is where our opponents become very negative. Now, I'm gonna buy you some time. It is gonna get very racial, but this gentleman called me a nigga, hard R. So, sorry. Pause what you need to pause. If you're out in public, you need to stop this video right now because this man's gonna say some racial shit. He called me a nigga, hard R, and he says that Pakistan will rape me. Now, I'm pausing this because when people tell me free Palestine and I see shit like this, I don't feel bad for the Palestinian people whatsoever because I keep seeing this shit pop up. If people keep going, Palestine deserves their freedom, and I keep seeing a lot of military-aged males telling me that they're raping women right now, I don't feel bad for your country. It can burn for all I care. I mean, geez Louise. I don't feel bad for it. So he informs us that he's going to rape our women, I believe. It's going to get worse, folks. It's going to get worse. All right. So now I can be negative to these people. Fuck these guys. They can eat a dick. And both of them are going to chat it up eventually. So what is what are our opponents doing right now? Let's go ahead and hit that pause button. They just are eventually going to decide to get the switch going. He's starting to spam stormtroopers to beat my rifleman because he will switch over, and you'll see it. It gets cheesy. And it's going to get weird. Oh, he's sacrificing the Kubel wagon. I think he was trying to open up his pop cap. Boom, Kubel wagon gone. So he is sacrificing units trying to open up his pop cap right now. We thought it was a win. No, he's opening his population cap. Is what he's doing. And that's exactly what he's accomplished. Here comes the rockets. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to take us off the field. We're pushing through the rockets. We don't want to give them any veterancy or unnecessary damage. Jackson's moving in for the kill. I'm going to go ahead and back him off. Not worth it. Here comes the stormtroopers. WMP-40s. Very deadly at close range. So everything's starting to calm down again. Rockets are in the background. Can't touch them. Jackson, an additional Jackson is being made. Riflemen chase off the Storm Pioneers. Stormtroopers in cover. They're looking for the kill. Being very sneaky.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Here comes the Stuka. Second tank destroyer is online. Okay, double Jackson power is very good. Rifleman capping. I've got a mine down on the VP. We're going to constantly bleed them, harass them as much as we can. Engineers are taking forever to vet up. These guys take forever to vet up. It is mind-boggling at times. And I hate it. There's the switch from our opponents. Overs are going left. They want the VPs to stop being bled. They're in danger now. We've got a pretty decent lead going on. Lieutenant's going to go ahead and speed cap. So what am I going to do with the Lieutenant? It gets fast movement speed, and eventually they won't have units on the point, and I'll keep dodging the broom bar shots. There's a T-34-85 moving in. I'm looking over. I say, we need to kill this freaking Yag. So we're going to move both Jackson's T-34-85 in unison. I said it's got to go. Boom, it's gone. No more Yag Panzer harassing our units. Jackson's trying to burr out. I think I'm going to lose it. But at the same time, we killed a Yag Panzer with veterancy. Pretty damn good trade. Okay, KT's low. Very low. Mark target's been activated. I think we both kind of go, hey, let's press it. If I've got that right. Let me go ahead and take this off. So I was going to go ahead and snipe it, but, you know, he's back in his cover unit, then we can't touch it. Jackson is going to die. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do, but we had a pretty good trade. Plus, I've got enough fuel to replace it and manpower. We're perfectly fine. Here comes the push from the enemy infantry. It's backed away. Broom bar is coming onto the field. Big hit from the broom bar. Very nasty. Mark target on the broom bar, though. I'm moving the Jackson in. All his infantry's on the far left side. It's going to get away. It's backing up. I see those rockets, though. I know marked targets on. It's giving me a little bit of vision. I'm going to go ahead and go for these rockets, I believe. No? Ah, not yet. Eventually, I'm going to get to it. Here's the broom bar. Now, Lieutenant with the sprint burst. You're going to see me dodge these shells. Boop. So, a big hit. But we're not done yet. Ah, eventually we'll get to it. Sorry. Okay, Jackson's on to the field. I'm going for the broom bar. There's the rockets. Eventually, I'm going to switch targets. I put halt fire on. I let the cannon redirect. Boom! Get the rocket kill. I'm going to go ahead and get out of there. Not worth it. Snares for days. There's a Raketenwerfer in hiding. Barely make it. It could have been a very costly trade, but it works out. Get the Raketenwerfer kill for my partner. There's the King, or Tiger Ace. Tiger Ace is onto the field. And he's chasing. He's hungry. He wants the kill, and I'm not going to let him get it. I'm going to move all the way back to base. We have the safety net going. Tiger Ace is overextending. Very much so overextending. AT gun in support. Scott's giving a little bit of vision. Alright, Tiger Ace is off the field. We're good to go. Scott's veteran C3, so we're getting a lot of bonuses, faster cooldown times, plus with the bulletin added, it's constantly barraging. And it's at 27 kills right now. We're going to get it up to about 50. Here comes the Stuka barrage in response. It's going to go for the 120mm mortar. Riflemen are going to go ahead and back off. Can't win that fight. P-Grens are bedded up, plus the ability bonuses that they get from the Tiger. They get reduced damage. So, here's my Scott. Good hit from the Scott. Could be a wipe on the P-Grens. Nope, it's going to get away. Where's my Jackson at? Still healing up. There's the close range. Something died. Something died. Oh, I think that killed. I think we did kill the P-Grens. Yes, we did kill the P-Grens. Sorry. Okay, so Wehrmacht players hurting very badly. Let's check the OKW. OKW is not doing too good either. We are bleeding them very heavily now. Riflemen are on the flank. I have snares. If I can close the gap, there's the broom bar. Get another kill. Thanks to the caddy. Oh, yep. I'm forming my partner. I'm going for the snare. I'm going for the snare. And hold on. Then boom, there's the snare. Okay, snare. We've got the snare in the KT. We're diving in. Veteran C2 Jackson gets extra pin. Oh, we're so close. Rifleman moving into the flank. And we both agreed, not worth it. Too much output of damage from both Tigers and the broom bar to fight the infantry. I'm going to go ahead and get the cap and roll out. Yep. Not worth it. Not worth it. Alright. We're doing good. We're doing A-OK right now. Look at our map control. It's golden. VP lead. Very much so good. We're getting a significant lead going. A 100-point lead is very significant. We're bleeding them. Our enemies are very weak. We had no idea. We don't map hack in the game, so we don't know. We assume that they can beat us, and they can. You know, there's a lot of players. You can tell map hackers. We've run into a couple of them, but we're not, you know, we're not fucking cheesy players and pieces of shit, so we're not going to cheat to win. Hack you so hard, never stand a chance. Hack you all day long. Ching chong ding dong. Ah, you gotta love a little bit of culture. Never stand chance. Activate my super secret hacks. Why am I sounding like a Chinese accent? Because we run into a lot of Chinese hackers in this game. Now, if you're wondering what my Jackson was doing, I'm killing this cache. While I've been playing this game, I was caching up. We had a double fuel cache going. My partner's like, we need munis. I kill the cache. I'm going to go ahead and make munis, or he's going to make munis. So, what are we doing right now? Lieutenant's going to go ahead and sprint up to the engagement, stop the cap as much as we can. My buddy's Maxim's covering the BP. Here's the swap. This motherfucker point blank his rockets on my 50 cal to get the wipe. That's how desperate they are at this point. So he's going to roll out. And I'm like, oh, you desperate motherfuckers. Now remember, he's being salty. So what is the Axis players doing? They're doing what they always do. They're going to hold a point and never let it go. And look at that. Double Tiger mid, plus AT in support, plus Broombar for anti-infantry, plus a fucking Stuka. Yeah! Fantastic. Jackson's going to go ahead and run around. I thought his rockets were still over here. Riflemen are trying to hold. There's the increased ability on these stormtroopers that do damage point blank range. Look at that DPS bleed on my rifleman. It's fucking insane. He hits a mine. So, you know, a little bit of fuck him in the process. Alright, Jackson's ready to go. We gotta deal with this bullshit. Remade the Yag. Jackson gets a good shot. Tiger's overextended. Gonna fire again. Good hit into the side. But too much anti-tank to fight it off. We have to be careful. Jackson's still wailing on him. We can't lose this match at this point. These guys have informed us of our Nigerian heritage, and they informed us that they like to rape women. We can't lose this match. It's the principle of it, folks. You can't let a rapist win. And they also fuck Palestine. They can eat a dick right now. Nobody cares about them, so eat it, you little worms. We can't win right now. Oh, if you're wondering if I'm Jewish or not, I'm not Jewish whatsoever. I just don't like it when civilians get slaughtered. It's not my cup of tea. Alright, I bring the Scott over. What are we at right now? 33 kills. It's going to get up to, again, about 50-something, maybe even 60. What do I realize? No snares, no bitches on these units. So he has a tech Shrek. He doesn't have snares. The Scott can roll around and punch him in the face. Lieutenant's back into the field. These guys are not going to win. Scott's going to go ahead and put pressure on the snare squad. Now, we're going to get a very good win in a second. He's going to go ahead and drop a snare on me, I think, with the Scott. And you're going to see something very funny happen. So there's the snare. He sees the snare. He's going to rotate his KT all the way down here, folks, for a freaking Scott. That's how much the Scott's bleeding him. That's how mad he gets. He's big mad. So I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to roll out of there. I'm holding my breath. I'm realizing, oh fuck, there's a tank that might come down the road for my buddy. Or my booty, excuse me. And I don't want to get my cheeks split. I guess no chase right now. Later on, he's going to chase the Scott. My bad, I misspoke. It happens later on. He'll lose the KT for a Scott. You're going to laugh about it. At the same time, I've been fighting in middle while all this is going on. I'm in two different places at once, including my partner. Here comes the double super heavy tank push. My buddy's going to get out of there. Not worth the damage. We can't fight that. It's insane. Invisible troops. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to decap the point and wait for me to walk away, and then he'll attack me. Okay. So Axis are making a comeback right now. They're just starting to dig in. They're rebuilding their army. And what are we doing? We're holding, capping, and just trying to figure this shit out right now. Two super heavy tanks, veteran C2, and both of them. They are dangerous. They can kill our armor very fast. Very fast. I'm walking away. Jackson's over here covering the Scott because I thought his tank was going to push. And I'm also waiting for his rockets to fire on me again. I'm getting mines put back down. I'm trying to reset up these defenses. Get the bleed on them. I'm going to put a mine on the road as well. There it is. That mine's going to come in clutch later on. Remember, mines win games. Mines win games. A lot of players don't like to sweep. There's the recap. He's being very sneaky. There's the push from my opponent. I'm moving the Jackson in because I think there's rockets nearby. And I am correct. I get the kill on the rockets. Because what happened? No mines from my opponent. Unsupported. Very unsupported. Rockets. Jackson's going to go ahead and roll out. Took some snare damage. No big deal. He can't snare me right now. He's going to hit my mine, though. No. Okay, my bad. Miscall on my part. I've got to rotate the rifleman back. MP40s win at close range. And those riflemen cannot stand a chance. And I'm moving him into the cover of the Scott. Boom! Hits my mine. There we go. Now we have a chance to win. I'm going to rotate the rifleman in. He's suppressed from the mine. There's the snare. Here's the KT in the background I was talking about. Let's take a look at it, folks. There's the KT. He's moving in for the kill. Scott's going to keep firing. I drop a 30 cal. Big loss for me. And I lose the infantry squad. So, big no-no for me. Picks up the 30 cal. I am in danger. I hit him. He hits my mine, and it crits my Jackson. Scott's going to have to keep going. I inform DJ. I'm like, hey, the tank's pushing me. I can't lose the Scott. 37 kills, veteran C3. It's too good to lose. I'm going to go ahead and inject the crew in a second. He's going for the Jackson. He changes priorities. I'm going to pop the fast repair ability, right? Why am I doing that? To save the Jackson, and the engine crit is gone. And they were trying to get us with a Puma, so that's pretty crazy. So here's the Tiger. Mark target. Jackson, veteran C3. Low health Jackson's going to move in for the kill. Tiger's super low. I said, fuck it. We're getting the kill no matter what. No matter what. Main gun crit. Right? It's gone. Boom. Emergency smoke too late. We killed a Tiger for one rifleman. That's all I lost. A Tiger for a rifleman. A Tiger ace. Veteran C2. And the only reason why this Jackson was able to come in is I used the emergency crew repair ability. It was very risky, but worth it. Here comes the freaking Yag in support. Boom. He overextended. I lose the Jackson. Okay, so that's a bad trade on my part. But at the same time, that Yag is very low. I'm going to go ahead and push. I'm diving no matter what. I know there's no mines. I've already pre-cleared it. I've already checked it a billion times. I'm chasing no matter what. I'm like, ah, fuck it, I can't get it. So Jackson's going to go ahead and hit the flank. I feel very confident right now. Tiger's very low. I wasn't paying attention to this. Sorry, there's a Tiger in mid getting hit. And the Yag's going to love tap me. I can't get him anymore. Ah, I almost had him. Miss. Gotta love the Jackson. So, boom. That's gone. Sorry, I was playing two different engagements. I'm focusing on one. It's easier to co-cast with one engagement in a 2v2. Lieutenant's going to go ahead and cap. Buddy's going to type LOL. Because, you know, they informed us of our Nigerian heritage. And here it is, a big kill yourself from Mr. Raves. How's Palestine going, buddy? It looks like you guys aren't holding out right now. Oh, you know what's funny about Palestine, right? Is everybody goes to the poor refugees, and Egypt doesn't want them. Ah, there it is. We are Nigerian dogs, folks. Hard R's. He didn't go for the A. He didn't go for the E. He went straight for the R. And of course they're from Palestine. My friend, I murdered all those school children because I felt oppressed. That is why I drove up and I paraglided to Israel and I killed all those innocent civilians because I am the victim. I am the victim in this conflict. And I also like to rape people on the side. May Allah smite you down. May Allah smite you down! What is that? No. I misspell. How's the war going? So what you don't want to do, right, is if you're typing, you're not microing. So I tell my buddy I can't type. Here it is. I rape Israel woman daily. This is why nobody likes Palestine. When you admit you're a fucking rapist, this is why I don't feel bad for your culture. I love it. My country's being oppressed, but yeah, I like to get a little sexual assault on the side. I'm not a bad guy, you know. Like, holy fucking shit. So, I mean, the engagement's going well right now. We're a bit of a stalemate. Scott's gonna keep diving in, dipping out. Ah, there's a big hit on the Tiger 2. There's the Yag, veteran C2, very dangerous. It gets armored skirts now, very hard to kill at veteran C2. And we're dipping in, dipping out. Jackson's gonna go ahead and fire, get a good pin. And I've still got the Vet 3 Jackson in reserve. There's the SU-85, big hit on the Yag. Tiger's coming back in, he's gonna pull out. And we're at a stalemate again. We can't push. Now, this is why you kind of chuckle, right? This is when people tell me that in 2v2s there's not a little bit of Axis bias. The Axis players can hold their position no matter what, even though we have more units, better vetted up tanks, and more map control. They are able to lock down and hold their position, no contest, because this broom bar will kill all of our infantry squads if we get too close. This Tiger can kill infantry, take the damage from the tank destroyers. And if we make a fuck up, if we make a mistake as an allied player, the game is over. You can lose this game very fast. So I said, fuck it, time for a push. Jackson's going to move around the flank. I'm moving in the rifleman with the major vetted up so they both can sprint. I'm getting around town. I'm looking for that broom bar. I'm trying to get the decap no matter what. I lose the major in the process. No, wait, no, major's still alive. Never mind. We're going to lose it, possibly. I have to get the decap. Jackson's holding on the flank. There's the Major. Major's dead now. Boom! The flank's open. I want to go ahead and get that push. I was waiting for that tank to get low before activating the push. So we feel confident in this push. Mark target on the Tiger too. Jackson's still healthy enough. Double miss! Gotta love the fucking... Gotta love the accuracy of the Allied tanks. Double miss. We want that Tiger dead. Crit gun on the T-34. Tiger's done! I said we gotta kill the Tiger, right? No. I'm gonna go and back off. Get the kill on the Stuka. Recrewable, though. And we're out of steam, folks. We're out of steam on this push. Stuka is recrewable. So, yeah, we killed the veterancy, but we couldn't get the kill that we wanted. Tiger Ace is rebuilt from the Axis players. This thing used to be way worse. It used to come out veterancy 3. It was fucking ruining your life as soon as it popped up onto the field. It was almost unkillable for the longest time. We couldn't get the fucking Tiger, unfortunately. Nope, my buddy's gonna drop an artillery strike. So this is a big frustration to us. You know, Veterancy 3 Tiger fires quickly. Veterancy 2 fires faster. So double fire faster. And if he puts it on the, which he is, Spearhead, it fires fucking faster and increases range. So he makes a Kubel wagon trying to cap me. I'll put a 50 cal over here. We get the kill. And the two Allah brothers are... Well, I fucking hate the Americans. They are terrible. You know, they're getting their little suicide vests going. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to enrich my culture with a ton of mosque and a ton of raping. He's very crucial on the rape part, man. He's told me multiple times he likes raping people. I'm concerned. Hope he doesn't get AIDS, folks. I hope he doesn't get AIDS. Be very sad. Alright, so we're healing up. We're licking our wounds right now. We're going into catch-up mode. There's the broom bar coming in with the invisible wall. Can't touch it. Riflemen are going to hold. I'm going to have to space out. Broom bar's going to fire in a second. Attack ground. There's the nade. Dodge the nade. Get off the point. Scott's going to roll back in. If I can find the little fucker. There's the Jackson. Where the fuck is my Scott? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I rotated the Scott to help my buddy DJ on the side. There's a little bit of an infantry spam. So, I believe I lost the lieutenant, or engineers. I lost the engineers. I was a bit butthurt about that. Here's the Scott. Jackson's kind of peeking where it shouldn't be right now. Nope, there it is. They're going for my Scott. I'm trying to roll the Scott out. Scott's at 45 kills right now. My buddy informs him that our opponent is a bitch. For the dictionary term, a female dog. For the urban term, a fucking pussy. Yeah. An annoying little cunt. A whiner. I type in LOL. We feel confident. 36 points in the Axis, so we can talk a little bit more shit. Oh, here's... I'm sorry. I missed it. Here's why we're talking shit. He lost the Tiger Ace. So I didn't even see that engagement going on when the actual game happened. He lost the Tiger Ace. The opponent's about to drop, by the way. And there it is! Let's take a moment of silence, folks, for Mr. Raves, the rapey-ist co-player out there. Mr. Raves, tell me, my friend, was it a good price on your Tiger, my friend? Did you get a good price? Did the Tiger assist you in the win? How many goats have you fucked today, sir? I just need to know. Your PP is hurting from all the goat fucking you're doing, Mr. Raves. How's the war in Palestine going, Mr. Raves? It looks like not good, Mr. Raves. Give you good price. I give you good price, Mr. Raves. Fit my nuts in your mouth, sir. Alright, moment of silence over for Mr. Raves. He's out of here, folks. He's going back to being a sexual predator out in the prowl. Hopefully he doesn't get killed soon. And here it is for Mr. Crab. A friendly kill yourself. Ooh la la. A little bit of spice on that. And the playback is over. They call it. They're done. Kill ourselves. I don't think I'll be doing that any time soon, good sir. So what have we learned, folks? Don't talk shit unless you win. Don't rape people. Alright? And make sure to talk shit about the war that you're fighting in right now. You can call it a conflict when you're winning. But every time I turn on the TV, I see a bunch of Palestinian people telling me to free Palestine and losing. Oh. Oh, my. You gotta love this game. 1 hour of lovely casting between us, folks. It's been a pleasure.